the culture.
Take me out. It's my turn. It is. You told me it was my.
Better hit it. I want it with dollar.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous.
Dong Tiger. Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao.
Oh, I haven't been this disappointed in Shrek 2. That is such a shame.
Here we go. Welcome to another episode. Welcome back. NFL countdown for you. We're starting the first day of the NFL countdown. 33 days. 33 days till week 1. 33 days until the NFL is back. Kind of is back already, but this is preseason. Doesn't count, okay? Preseason does not count for me. So, this is the ZK Sports Show. Welcome back, everyone. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for notification on when new videos are uploaded. Now, let's get right into this. I was originally going to record this and start off with the Brittany Griner story. But I'm like, it's going to cause a bunch of disagreements, so I'm switching it up. I'm not talking about that. Everyone's talked about that. You've probably heard of it. You're probably sick of it. I'm going to talk about something else because it's my show. So, this is probably going to cause some controversy. So, Browns' Kareem Hunt sits out of team drills for second straight practice as he looks for a contract extension. So, it says here, it's known that the Cleveland Browns running back Kareem Hunt has been seeking a contract extension, and since he hasn't seen his request met just yet, it appears he's now attempting to put pressure on the franchise. So, it looks like Kareem Hunt, I guess the team's second best back on the team. I always thought it was Nick Chubb as their main back, because they kind of switch out in between. So, according to CBS NFL insider Joshua Anderson, Hunt did not participate in the team drills for the second consecutive practice on Saturday. Hunt also has informed the team that this is his plan moving forward. Anderson reports that Hunt's holding is not believed to be health-related and that he is subject to fines from the Browns. Hunt also reportedly has informally told members of the Browns that he wants to get paid or traded, but one source told Anderson that Hunt would prefer to stay in Cleveland. So it looks like some sources say he is staying in Cleveland, while other sources say he's probably going to get traded. If they did enact a trade, I would say Hunt would go. I'm assuming they could enact a trade with the Jets, or maybe the Panthers, because McCaffrey always gets injured, so they could have a decent backup. Jets, I could definitely see because, they're the Jets. Anyway. He says right here, right now I'm just taking it day by day, man, Hunt said at minicamp in June. I'm going to see what they want to do with me, and I'm just taking it day by day. Hopefully I can be here long term. We'll see what God has a plan for me. That's all I can say. So it looks like, Christian guy, or he's just saying it because, I don't know. Hunt has one more year remaining on the 2-year extension he signed in 2020 that pays him $1.35 million in base salary and $625 million in yearly cash. The former Pro Bowler and 2017 NFL rush leader, also former kicker, played in just 8 games for Cleveland last year due to a calf injury. Hunt's best campaign with Cleveland came in 2020 as he racked up 1,145 yards from scrimmage and 11 total touchdowns. The Browns would like to retain the dynamic duo they have at running back with Hunt and Nick Chubb, but it remains to be seen if they will extend their pass-catching back before the start of the 2020 season. I think they can get this deal done because it looks like they're really wanting to keep him or they're really not. Or we could see a Le'Veon Bell or Todd Gurley situation. Because we have seen that before, where they just sit out the entire season. Because, in my opinion, running back value has gone down. It has gone down because it's more of a passing game now. So he probably could decline this contract extension, or he could accept it. I don't know. A trade is sort of unlikely. But I could definitely see a trade happening with either the Panthers, the Jets, or I maybe even Bears or something if they really wanted to. I'm not sure if the Bears would take Kareem Hunt. I can see the Jets taking him, But at the same time, I don't see a trade happening. If that were, that would be my prediction for that. Alright, so our next story up is just a basic summary of the Jaguars-Raiders game, of their preseason game, their matchup. So what this is a Hall of Fame game. For those who don't know what the Hall of Fame game is, essentially every single season, the first ever preseason game is at the Hall of Fame Stadium, which has its own field. I've actually been to that field before. They have many different records on that field, and they have like longest field goal. Most of those records have been updated, of course, but I remember seeing those records and stuff. And yeah, they just play a game there, and high schools use that field sometimes too to play their games. So anyway, this is actually from the Jaguars' perspective. So this is what the Jaguars had to say about this. So Jaguars helped jumpstart the 2022 season on Thursday night, losing 27-11 to the Las Vegas Raiders in the annual Hall of Fame game. While the Jaguars didn't win, and then coach Doug Peterson preseason debut, it was still a good takeaway. So this is from the Jaguars' point of view. This is from their article, so it's going to talk about their stuff. So I only watched a few minutes of the game, but what I thought was the Raiders definitely. Was excited about Josh Jacobs. I think he's going to be very productive. For the Jaguars, I could see a lot of good stuff from Trevor Lawrence. You know, new head coaching with Doug Peterson, because you don't want urban grinder on your team. So they agree. I agree with this. The number 1 overall pick had a preseason debut for the felt reminiscent of Josh Allen's dominance preseason debut against the Miami Dolphins in 2019. Trayvon Walker had impressed throughout training camp with his combination of power, size, and athleticism, but he put on display in a way on Thursday we had not seen previously. Most apparently, Walker comfortably rushed from a 2-point stance. He recorded 3 pressures, a sack, and a QB hit, as he frequently gave Raiders veteran left tackle Brandon Parker issues thanks to a flurry of moves, including an inside swim and a long arm rush. Walker looked the part on Thursday. Yeah, I think the first play, or then the Raiders had the ball, he got like a roughing the passer, which in my opinion is an inconsistent call that the refs need to fix. So it talks about some other stuff from the Jags. My takeaway are, I think Josh Jacobs looks great again. I think he's back from injury. I think he was injured last year, so he's back from injury. He looks good. I think he had he had some pretty big runs. So he had some pretty big runs. I thought he did pretty well. That is my takeaway from the game. And yeah, that is going to be it for this. Alright, so our last story now is something one from the NBA. We recently saw the Summer League as well as the draft. I don't really follow a lot of the NBA, but I try and follow all 4 major sports. So saw this one on my feed. I'm like, I gotta talk about this one just to kind of take a break, because we're gonna be talking about a lot of NFL soon. So be prepared for that. But anyway, Bulls reportedly could talk contract extension with center Vucevic. I have no idea how to pronounce that last name. But Chicago has its core locked up. They just max extended Zach LaVine, plus a trio of DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, and Alex Caruso are locked up for the season. And next, Patrick Williams becomes extension eligible after this season, if the Bulls want to secure his services as well. Then there is Nikolai Vucevic. I still have no idea how to pronounce that last name. Who was once considered part of that core, but now draws more shrugs. The former All-Star averaged 7.6 points and 11 rebounds a game last season, and he can space the floor as a pick-and-pop big, although he shot 31.4% from 3 last season. But he's not a shot blocker, doesn't move well laterally, and a target on the defense, and he does not look like the center of the future in Chicago. So it looks like that. I heard he's actually going to get a contract extension. I heard from one source. And this source is saying that he's not getting a contract extension. So there's a huge contradiction we have between 2 stories. So the one that I'm reading from currently, this is the NBC Sports article. The one I saw was the Score article. I'll leave that link in the description below. You can check out that article if you wanted to below. But anyway, this is what Joey Callaway of the Chicago Sun-Times said, "A source said both sides want him to stay with the team beyond the last year of his contract this coming season, and will have initial discussions on what that might look like when training camp begins in the fall. Why? Because if the price is right, Vucevic remains the top of the player who fits in with how the Bulls were built on both ends of the floor." Kind of going with my point of saying, I heard one side has a contract, they want him to stay, but other sides saying that they're not doing that. While the Bulls want to consider a trade for center Miles Turner, if the goal is to make a leap up the standings in the East, the Bulls were mentioned as Rudy Gobert sitters. This will not be easy due to a lack of the first-round picks they can send out. Their 2023 and 2025 first rounds are sent to Orlando to acquire Vucevic in the first place. Which is why Vucevic may be a smart extension at the right place. What is his price? He is set to make $22 million this season, the final year of his 4-year, $100 million contract signed by the Magic. The salary puts Vucevic in the earning parks of Turner, Jared Allen, Klein Capel, and a little above Jusuf Nurkic, I think his name is. So anyway, that is going to be all for today. I'm going to be doing some more NFL content since it's going to be NFL season soon. So be looking forward to that. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
To stay off the weed.